Welcome to Wild Siberia, guys. I'm back at the Horseshoe Lake, and today we're going to be talking about just general things about living in Russia, why I came, and what's on my mind. So I figured that I can be making these videos as I'm working outside on my projects, basically giving you information that you usually ask on my live feed. These are some of the most hot topics that I get while I'm streaming, so I thought I could just put them in a video so you guys can watch comfortably and see what I have to say. Today I was gonna film the second portion of working on the Horseshoe Lake, but it started to rain, a little bit of like little snow rain, I guess. I don't know what to call it, like hail, but not so much hail. Like, I don't know, you can see whatever's landing on my shirt is water and little bits of ice. But anyways, I guess I'm gonna walk home. There's nothing going on today. I have my pack here, or maybe I might wait for the rain to pass. It's not so bad. Hello guys, well, I decided to stay because there's a very important task I need to get done today. Today I want to move, well, I've already started moving this railroad log, and I want to use it as a seat at the beach, which is over there. You can see my fishing rod is set and everything, but I want to set it as also as a brace so that the gravel doesn't move so much. So I'm going to be using not only this one, but these other ones. These other ones were also left by the railroad workers. You see, they changed the material on the train tracks and they just left these here. So what I'm going to do is connect these islands, different islands that exist here. I'm going to make the beach a lot stronger and build a proper camp with all that free wood. As you can see on that side, there's a gap there. If I put 4 or 3 logs there, I can connect this side with that side. So basically what I'm trying to do is fix the other side of the gravel on the beach and then move one log down into the beach to see how well it fits. Let's get into that now. Well, we know what we have to do, so let's just get right into the work. Let me know in the comment section if anybody's interested in coming to Sludanka to help me stock this lake with fish so we can sit down and fish from our own beach. And just like that, I've doubled the property front on this. So this is the old encampment just for one person. And here we have the second. I have extended it all the way to here. Now I'll even out the gravel and you can see what it's going to look like. But I think I'm going to take this opportunity just to finish it all the way through and just bring down that gravel and then firm it out at the end. That way I can fit that log across and it could be a nice seat and a nice stabilizer so that the gravel doesn't come out in the future so easily. All that is left is this area here, and I'm very excited to then start making maybe some stairs, or I don't know, just design this a lot better. Let's go again. The previous day it rained a lot and it softened the ground, and with the rain that came a little bit before I started, the ground was so much easier to move, so you could just really see it actually just falling into place by itself. Whew. Maybe I can take this time now that I'm resting to talk about some things that have been on my mind lately, and this is going to be uncut. I'm just going to talk as if this was a live video because you guys know I like doing those. Well, I've explained why I came to Russia many times. I've told you guys that I wanted to test myself. I wanted to see if Siberia was as tough as they say, because when you think about Russia, you think about like the Siberian frontier, right? And when I came, I enjoyed it and I stayed. A lot of people think that I'm married. A lot of people think that I planned to stay in Russia. A lot of people think so many things, right? But this is not true. I came as a tourist. I had a very good paying job in the United States. I had a very good life. And what captivated me was the fact that I found something that reminded me a little bit about my past, you know, like Mexican style freedom with crazy stuff like this, just being outside doing whatever I want. And also like my memories from the war where I have to actually survive. I put myself in a situation that's hard. A lot of people would not come to Russia with no plans at all. And I did that. My plan was to see Baikal and see Siberia, but what I mean, like staying, was not in my plans, and I like a challenge. Now, another thing is that a lot of people think that I'm here for maybe like the wrong reasons. When I say the wrong reasons, I think they think I left the United States because I don't love my country. I love the United States. I've said it many times. I don't bite the hand that feeds me. My mother and my family live in America. They are thriving. They are having now finally good lives. We're immigrants, but now, you know, they've gone to university, they've graduated. This is the truth. They've made their life in America, and I thank America for giving them that opportunity. And I thank America for giving me the ability to travel to Russia, because I am a citizen of the United States. And through them, I have this visa where I can stay up to 3 months at a time. Sorry, 6 months at a time. But this visa lasts 3 years. And this is an amazing visa. Not many countries in the world have this type of visa with Russia. So if it wasn't for that, I totally wouldn't be here 30 days and coming back and forth. That is not my style. I have lived in Russia almost a year and some time. Obviously not consecutively, because that's illegal, but this is the reality of my situation. Yeah, and I hopefully answered a lot of questions in my little rant. Now let's get back to work. Oh no, by the way, I was talking about this on the Wild Siberia Telegram. They were talking about how I look Asian, or like from Central Asia. Please comment down below. Do I look like a Uzbekistan man or a Tajikistan man? I'm very curious. Now I'll open my eyes, because usually I'm like this. The sun really affects my eyes too much. My eyes are hazel, so the light goes through them a lot easier. When the light hits them, they get really bright. It's like not as bad as the blue-eyed people, but seriously, I'm always squinting because the sun gets through too much. Let's get back to work. In this section, I actually stopped working because I hear the train coming by, and I don't want them to know that I'm moving the gravel, so I go to hide. That's the train that goes to pick up the granite. Sorry, the marble. At the marble mine. Very cool, huh? It doesn't pass through here often, but when it does, it's that close. Overall, it's very peaceful here. It's a very good thing I stayed, because the weather has changed for the better. And now it's nice and sunny. I might have to take my jacket off again. It's almost time to bring the log down to place into its new home. But I have to just pat this down a little bit, and that's it. I don't want to take too much gravel. I'm just taking enough to where we can comfortably walk in front of the lake. Now it's time to slide the piece of wood down. Let's hope this goes well. So far so good. Now I just have to turn it in, and it should fall into place fairly easy. Let's do it. All right, I mean, it's in and it feels great. I mean, we can fit maybe easily, like I said, 5 people here just sitting down. When I get more people, I'm going to put a better one. To get a better one, I have to go a little bit further, but this was the closest one. And I think it's an overall success. Now let's talk about some other things that are on topic with this video. A lot of people also want to know what I'm going to do, like do I want Russian citizenship? Am I gonna get married and things like this? I honestly am not going to do any of this until the world calms down a little bit. I know how to live here as a tourist, and when everything kind of sorts itself out, I plan on, yes, getting married and getting my residency, right? But right now the world is a little bit strange, so I don't plan on making any moves yet. But ultimately, I do want to stay in Russia while everything is calming down or worsening, because I've told you many times, I feel so happy here. And if the world is going to burn, I'd rather burn here next to the biggest lake in the world. And I don't know, I'm very, very comfortable. I'm very happy. I feel better than ever. Even my 90-year-old shoulder is happier than ever. Even though I have no medical attention here in Russia, I have to make sure that I don't get too sick. I have to make sure I don't get too hurt. That is something that I always have to fight with myself. My body is broken from the war, and I can't seek medical attention. I know if I was a permanent resident, I could. So that's one thing that always people say, hey, if you get this, you can get help. But like I said, I'm going to wait until the world calms down a little. What do you guys think about the views, huh? Amazing. Yes, there's a road, and yes, there's cars passing, but they don't even know I exist. The train passed, the cars will pass, but that's all they will do. Exactly that, just pass. It takes an individual who knows where this place is, an individual who wants to come out here and sit in the middle of nowhere. It takes that style of individual to come here and stay here and enjoy this kind of stuff. It's just a paradise. And by the way, these videos where I'm alone in the wilderness, I have the phone on a tripod and I'm recording. And I can't wait to get my new camera. Thanks to your donations and thanks for the support, guys. I have a GoPro that's coming all the way from America. I'm not sure when I'm gonna receive it, but I also have a microphone on the way, so I don't have to scream or use my man voice anymore. But isn't this funny? I'm holding this thing and doing what vloggers do with their selfie sticks. Really cool. Please comment below if you think this is the most ghetto selfie stick you've ever seen on YouTube. And by ghetto, I mean the cheapest and the strangest, I guess. Here's a full view on the beachfront that I worked on. Now it has a bench. I could put all my things. Behind the seat, I could also store things. And here's the view from our bench. Let's check it out. There we go. We have our fishing rod out. The clouds look beautiful. The lake looks amazing. Eventually, on the other side, I want to build a similar camp. But for now, this is it. We're done. You know, the saddest part about everything that I've done here in Russia is that a lot of people will say, you know, it's propaganda. This guy, me, is somehow brainwashed, or somehow he's just saying these things, talking about Russia in a good way because he's compromised. I get that kind of stuff from the Western guys, and then I get the common joke from the Russian people, like he's a spy. Which, you know what, the joke about that, I know it's a joke for the most part. I know it's a joke for the most part, but sometimes I've had events in Russia where it wasn't a joke and people get a little bit aggressive. But I will say that the aggression was not so much to where we have to fight or where I get in trouble or they get in trouble, but it does happen. So as an immigrant, like a tourist immigrant, I don't know what I am, I think that I'm hated by my own and I'm more accepted by the Russian people. This is what I feel. The Russian people are nicer when they know that I'm here compared to my people when they know that I left. Yeah. But the strangest community of all are my fellow veterans who say that I'm a traitor, who say, you know what, you're a disgrace to the Marine Corps and stuff like this, as if they were at war with Russia. And most of these guys have never even been to war. So that's the strangest thing. It's these guys that have never been to war who their ideology is raised in the last 5 to 10 years, and they just have a hate for anything, right? The military in the United States right now, the majority of them are not combat veterans, are not wounded, are not have never participated in any major operations. They've never had a true enemy in their life. They've never had to fight. They've never even had to train to fight a real enemy. And so they go and they hate on their own kind whenever they can. I've made my life public, of course, and I've accepted the fact that these kind of people will exist, but I'm just pointing them out. It doesn't really bother me because I know who I am. I know what I've done. I'm highly decorated in the United States Marine Corps. When I say highly, I mean like I've paid my dues. I've been there. I've fought. And yeah, that's another interesting topic. Just talking about the different mentality of people and how they see me and how they treat me. And my family, though, my family is so happy for me. My mother will come to Russia one day. Mexicans overall, we have very good relationship with Russia. The Mexican as a country, Mexico didn't impose any sanctions on Russia, and we are very, very friendly with the country of Russia. And that's the thing, right? I'm a Mexican American, and so my heart is Mexican, my mind is Mexican American between both, and my citizenship mostly is American because I came here as an American under an American passport. It's just so much crazy stuff in the world. This place is awesome. So much space now. And now I moved locations. I actually, Senya said she was coming to see Lake Baikal. She doesn't know that I'm here coming to visit her. But I'm basically here at the shores of Lake Baikal. I took my shoes off. I'm resting. I'm just chilling. I'm going to surprise her. We're going to see her coming. And it should be a good time. The mountains around Baikal will have snow on the top for many months throughout the year. And this means Baikal is fed by over 300 rivers with fresh, clean water. This mountain you guys saw in an old video was being burnt. And now it's completely green. Senya just went over there to take a couple photos. And we have to go because it's starting to rain again, like this little snow rain that was coming down like hell. You can see this mountain was burned. The one next to it was not. You see that difference? I'm not so old. Well, I found Senya. Like I said, she was next to Lake Baikal. And it's good because it's getting really cold. Her father brought the car and we're gonna get home now. Thank you so much for joining me on the second day of building the campsite. I'm very happy now. I'm gonna be warm in the car, and Senya and I are gonna go home and just relax. And I hope, by the way, that you wait for the next episode, perhaps on Lake Baikal. Now that it's melted, this is your first sight of the lake. So goodbye, guys. Can you say bye?
Bye.
Hey friends, if you want to see the previous video, just click on the top And if you want to see the travel playlists of all the cities I visit, go on the bottom.